Garibaldi quickly won the love of the Sicilian people and apparently from other countries too. England and the US had been paying close attention to Garibaldi's plans, and they intended to use them to fulfill their agendas on the Italian peninsula. Private investors, who often sent ships over with volunteers, arms and supplies to aid the expeditionaries, ultimately led the help coming from the US. The government could not actively support Garibaldi because a civil war was about to start, and they were too focused on that significant factor. The press, however, covered the Unification to a wide extent, and he often compared Garibaldi's expedition to the Union Army and described the Kingdom of Two Sicilies as a slavery-based tyranny, heavily emphasizing the parallels with the conflict between the Union and the Confederates. England was a whole other story. They hated the Kingdom of Two Sicily. They did not like the absolutist and totally not liberal government they had. The Neapolitan king was too devoted to the Pope, and nearly everyone in England was against the Pope because they were Protestant. And ultimately, they didn't like how Russia was getting very close to the kingdom. And the last thing England wanted was another naval superpower like Russia to have a port in the center of the Mediterranean Sea. They were also very interested in the huge mines of sulfur in Sicily, which could be used as fuel for their huge navy, not to mention the Neapolitan navy itself, which was one of the biggest in the Mediterranean and could be a pain in the ass to fight against. England would actively help Garibaldi in his campaign, most notably with naval support. They never exchanged fire with the Neapolitan fleet, but the presence alone of the Union Jack was enough to scare the Neapolitans away. Now, back to Garibaldi. Blame goes to Landi, right? Well, I believe that Garibaldi's crossing would have been a lot easier if the Neapolitan fleet was not too scared to fire in the presence of the English ships. Hell, it might have stopped the invasion altogether. Their navy was no match. Many blame Garibaldi for using corruption over the Neapolitan officials, but why would they take a bribe in the first place? So yes, it's more Naples' fault if they lost, more than it's Garibaldi's credit to win.